We started talking about it, ever since we started moving forward with plans to build this bridge. And of course, all the other infrastructure. But yes, our numbers are up too. What we've been seeing here in the last few months, and this is before we started talking about tariff wars and all of this, since January to date, what we've seen is kind of a seesaw effect where 1 month we're up, 1 month we're down, 1 month we're up, 1 month we're down. Right now, for the month of June, we're registering numbers of 7.5% growth just in trucks alone. So when you look at the revenue side, year to date, we're at about 4% above where we were last year to date. And across the board for all vehicles, we're up over 2%. So we're doing really well.
A lot of people might be surprised at this because the thinking was, with all the confusion and uncertainty about tariffs,
yes,
etc.
Absolutely, and that there's still confusion. I mean, we still don't know. I mean, it was supposed to be July the 9th. That was the cutoff for reciprocal tariffs. Now it's August the 1st. It's around the corner. We'll find out next weekend what happens. We don't know if they're going to extend that. We don't know if more countries are going to come to the table and actually start talking and coming on to a good deal. But at the end of the day, look, we've all paid tariffs for many years. We think tariffs are not really what's going to be holding trade back. It's going to be investments. We're going to have to look at not just crossings, but future-wise, how do you diversify? What other countries can we trade with? How can we diversify our portfolio as far as types of products that are coming in, that are going out? Who's buying more, the U.S. or Mexico or other countries? Those are the things we're going to have to be looking at. But at the end of the day, there's still a lot of uncertainty. I just came back from a big conference in Mexico City. It's called CAREM. Basically, all the major customs brokers from Mexico, which is over 1,300 customs brokers that go to that. We have a platform there to showcase what we're working on. And across the board, throughout the entire day of presentations for 2 days, the ones that were talking about the economy, what's going on geopolitically, geoeconomically, there's really not knowing where we're going. We're not going to know anytime soon. We probably won't be able to even know until next year. But what we are seeing is that a lot of companies, going back to the investment side, they're keeping a low profile. They're kind of maintaining a steady production line, but they're not really forecasting too much for the future. They're waiting things out. They're going to see how this whole thing develops. And obviously, a lot of it is also hinging on the renegotiation of USMCA. So we're going to be also at the table with that through our different organizations, Border Trade Alliance and all those groups, NASCO, to ensure that our voices are being heard, that our customers are being heard as well.
But if there is that uncertainty, you acknowledge that, what do you put it down to that your bridge crossings are back up again?
Well, again, it hasn't been up all the time. Again, it's a seesaw effect. 1 month we're up, 1 month we're down. Look, the Rio Grande Valley, our region is very resilient. We've always known that. If you look across the board, if you travel to other cities, you're going to see that a lot of the construction has maybe stagnated, or the cities are not issuing more construction permits, or maybe their EDCs are not offering as many incentives as they used to. The city of Pharr is known for continuing to push the envelope. That's why we have so many projects. If you look across the city, it's not just at the bridge. You look everywhere across the city of Pharr. We're setting the example. We're setting the pace for what's to come, because now is not the time, as I personally have been saying, now is not the time to just curl up in a corner and go to sleep and find out what happens on August 1st or the day. Right now is the time to flip that challenge card and see what opportunities there are. These are the opportunities that we're seeking. That's why we have to continue to invest. So the more we continue to show our customers that we're investing for the future, that we're putting these projects, that we have not stopped our projects, I think the more confidence it instills in them that trade is going to continue.
And events like this this helps tell that story.
What's that again, sir?
Events like today help tell that story.
Absolutely. And this is just a small token of our appreciation. I mean, we go way bigger than this. At the end of the year, between Christmas time and New Year's, we celebrate big here at the bridge. And every year that program that we do for our customers at the end of the year, it's gotten bigger. There's more production involved. We have started the produce season coming up again in October. We have Fresh on the Border. We have another golf tournament. We have so many things that we're doing for our customers, because again, we need to continue to keep engaged. If we're not putting if we're not saying what we're saying we're going to do, or if we're just saying things and just not sticking to them, then we're doing a disfavor to our trade. So at the end of the day, again, we're here to support them. They're here to support us. They are the lifeblood of this bridge. They are the end user. We have to listen to them. We have to get them involved. We have to get them engaged.
And one more time on the dates of the opening of the second span.
Sure.
And what that's going to mean.
So right now we're looking at 9th of January of 2026. That is the end of the contract. By then we should be done with the bridge. Right now we're practically at right over 50% of the construction timeline. As a matter of fact, just today I was informed that they're going to start working at night. So hopefully they're going to start throwing some concrete there. You're going to start seeing that bridge really come to life here in the next few weeks. We do have some time-lapse cameras up there that we can also witness in action. But more of that will come during our State of the City address with our mayor in January. I know he's going to highlight some major advancements, some major things that are happening here at the bridge, because there's more plans. Aside from the infrastructure, we're working with CBP for new technology. We're trying to speed up the process for a unified cargo process. We're trying to get more companies, more maquilas, more manufacturing companies to come on board and use that. But at the end of the day, there's so much out there. We're going to start exploring AI. We have a new toll system, new cameras to finally really come down and own in on actual wait times. There's so many apps out there that measure wait times, but there's nothing that's very accurate. So we want to come in and say, okay, these are actually the cameras, or this is the technology that's going to help you determine your actual wait times. And there's a lot coming, Steve.
And the second span, a game changer for Pharr.
You better believe it. I mean, I hate to use the cliche game changer, but it's exactly what it's going to be. If you look across the board, across the region, even further, you go even to Laredo, we're going to be the only bridge that has a second span right now. We didn't wait around during the time when, in 2020, when the executive order went out to bypass the Department of State. We went straight to the White House, and as you've heard the story many times, you've even heard the mayor talk about it, our leadership talk about it. We were able to circumvent that whole process, and we got it done in less than 3 months. So at the end of the day, yes, we're very excited about it. Total game changer. I mean, think about it. Fast lanes. What we mean by fast lanes, free and secure trade. These are the companies that are certified. Their entire supply chains are certified. So when you get more companies, when you give them an added value, an added benefit of a lane all the way from Mexico to the U.S., you bet that they're going to actually jump on board, and it's going to be a game changer for them.